Welcome back. This is episode 13 of The Sam Show. Let's hope it's not unlucky for us. Let's hope unlucky number 13 doesn't live up to its name. Of course, another banger show, as always, because when isn't it a banger? When isn't it? So what are we going to be talking about today? Co-op Arena, Co-op Live. It's been absolute carnage. What has been going on? Come on, Co-op. And then I saw a TikTok about this and it made me think, wow, this would be amazing to talk about. Primary school residentials. If you remember them, if you did one, they were fantastic, weren't they? And we are definitely going to be talking about them today. Then, of course, everyone's favourite part, the top 5 moments of the week. I hope you had a good week, you know, because seeing as it's Friday, I never say that really at the start of the show. I hope you had a good week, and let's hope you're going to end your week really good with this. Let's jump into it, guys. Oh, back. We're back. Episode 13. Sam here with The Sam Show. Yeah. Some week, hasn't it? There's been some carnage. Carnage in Manchester with the new opening of the Co-op Live Arena, hasn't there? So a show got cancelled on Wednesday, I believe it was. Boogie with the hoodie. Boogie with the hoodie. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce it, but American rapper got his... he had his show cancelled last minute on Wednesday as everybody was waiting outside. Had 2 friends that were going there. And, safe to say they were pretty disappointed. But Co-op Arena, 23,500 seater in Manchester, next to the Etihad. It's supposed to be state of the art. They've been blagging it. This is going to be one of the best music venues in the whole of the country. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so versatile. Basically, this is God's gift. If God gave a gift to Manchester, it's the Co-op Live Arena. However, it's a bit of a Trojan horse right now. You know, it's been sabotaged. So it started construction in 2021. And so 3 years from now, and I thought it started work a little bit earlier. As in like, it was in like 23 or 22. But then I should have probably sat down and thought about it and gone like, Sam, building an arena in about 1 year, that's not really feasible, is it? But yeah, so they've been going at this for 3 years. They've had until I think it was April because Peter Kay had some shows cancelled, but I think they might have been for other reasons. But they had a test run with Rick Astley. It seemed fine. But then all of a sudden on Wednesday, all hell breaks loose. So I think it was about a couple minutes before the door should have opened for Boogie with the hoodie or whatever he's called. One of the stewards outside, I believe, or security said that the show was cancelled, and everyone was like, "Hey, up, is he just having a laugh? Because you know, new Co-op Arena, there might be, they might just be having a bit of a laugh, you know, a bit bored, might have had a long day, stressful, trying to open a new arena. I imagine that's probably really stressful to do. But no, they've been serious. People got messages saying the show's cancelled, and they had to do a U-turn at the last minute. Now they said it was for technical issues, but there's factors such as the aircon is breaking, and there's bits of that falling from the ceiling during the sound check, and that's what got me. I was thinking, hold on a second, it can't be a really technical issue because surely they're doing sound checks through the day. I mean, that'd just be good organisation, or I don't know what the time constraints like artists do on tour and stuff. They might be working they might have got there only an hour before and they have to do the things, and then that means, you're putting at risk ruining everyone's night, which did happen. And yeah, it got cancelled. But when you see other photos and videos from the outside, there's loads of construction work going on around. So is the Co-op Arena, or the Co-op Live, that's what it's called, really fit for use and, clear to operate? It clearly isn't, because Olivia Rodrigo was also cancelled as well. She was supposed to be playing this weekend. I'm sure a lot of girls are gutted with that. I mean, I do like a bit of Olivia Rodrigo. Before I was listening to this, I was You know, I had one of her songs on because I was like, oh yeah, Olivia Rodrigo. I was writing my notes down for the show. I was like, yeah, let's give her a listen. Let's get in the mood for talking about how she's cancelling a show. But yeah, I think was she doing 2 nights there? I think she was. Yeah, cancelled. And that's a biggie. And also that Take That was scheduled to play next week as well. I don't know how that's going to go because that is huge. Take That. I think they're all Northerners, aren't they? Or they might not be. Don't take my word for that. But Take That. That's a big one. You can't be cancelling that. They're going to be, I feel bad for the workers. They're going to be working stupid hours to try and sort out these technical issues or these like physical issues that they actually have with the stadium. So with the arena more like. So it's gonna be interesting what happens. I mean, surely it's going to be a rescheduled for Boogie with the Hoodie and Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo is big enough to probably squeeze it in, and then I mean, I have lack of knowledge about this Boogie guy, so he probably will be able to squeeze it. And they've got to reschedule it, haven't they? It's the best thing to do. The co-op live, the new state of the art. But I tell you what, co-op, they do so much stuff now, don't they? I've just realised they do so much stuff. I saw a Twitter thread about it, and if you want to go for a shop, co-op have you covered. Oh, do you need a funeral service? Co-op have you covered. You want to go to school? Oh, Co-op Academies everywhere. And if you want to watch a live event, well, I mean, you can. But at the moment, it's not working. Yeah, Co-op, very versatile. It's such a way. They've just sponsored it, haven't they? They've just sponsored the Co-op live arena. But this is so embarrassing, isn't it? Really embarrassing for Co-op. You gas this building up to be the new state of the art arena, a new staple of the Northwest in Manchester. The best thing that's happened to Manchester since I don't know, the Hacienda, probably other things, but I haven't thought about that. But yeah, embarrassing for Co-op. This is gonna tarnish their name. They have, it's like I said, it's supposed to be state of the art. It's not state of the art. Your aircon's falling down from the ceiling, Co-op. That is not a good sign. Could they have gone ahead? They could have repaired it fairly quickly, kept people outside, just delayed the show. But it must have been a bigger fix because it's like I said, you had construction workers sitting outside. This wasn't just this wasn't something you could just do easily. There was construction workers outside. I remember seeing videos of the little pre-release that the Co-op Live did of people going inside. You still had exposed wires, skirting boards not put in. Just it looked a bit of a mess, really. And surely you can just look at that and just go well, this isn't fit for use. Why is a higher up not gone? This isn't fit for you. So let's just delay stuff or let's work our backsides off. Well, business, you can't. It's quite struggle to just cancel something like that. I mean, I was about to say cancel something earlier in advance. However, it's also pretty bad cancelling it 12 minutes before the doors open. And it's good as they've done with Olivia Rodrigo as well. But look, let's hope they get everything rescheduled. Let's hope they get everything sorted as well, because I'm sure there's lots of heartbroken people that want to see Olivia Rodrigo and Boogie with the Hoodie. It was funny watching the BBC. BBC were going about and interviewing the people from the outside. And there was this one person, this girl, was like, we've got our GCSEs next week. This is our last bit of freedom and they're taking it away from us. I mean, GCSEs was arguably one of the most fun periods of times ever. I'm going into A-levels in a week now. I think. God, that's daunting to say. But look, you do not get your freedom taken away from you. You get more freedom because you get to go on study leave and stuff. It was one of the most fun periods of times, GCSEs, speaking from someone who's done them. But yeah, A-levels, get a little bit of a end of college special next week going for the Sam show. But yeah, it was funny seeing people complain about it. Obviously, you've paid a lot of money to go there. You're going to be angry, but you're taking away our freedom. I've got GCSEs next week. I think there's bigger problems to address than, you not getting your freedom before GCSEs, because I tell you what, you're going to enjoy that summer afterwards. So don't be complaining to the BBC about it. In fact, I've just realised then, I have a bone to pick with the BBC. Yeah, a serious bone to pick. Right. To be fair, it's kind of like my fault in a way. I'm pretty sure it's because of this reason, because I've been fine every other time. We got copyrighted for the first time, and I think it was because of the BBC clip we used in the last episode. So if you're wondering why, on YouTube, I don't think a video got posted. It was because I think we used the segment from the BBC, and I'm never going to do that again. BBC, I'm sorry. I said it was your stuff. You didn't need to come at me like that and complain and, not make the video available in this country because I used a minute clip about a boy posing as a seagull in Brussels. That's mental. Anyway, Co-op Live Arena, you are fumbling it at the moment. You are fumbling it. Sort it out. Get Olivia Rodrigo back in. Get Boogie with the hoodie. I'm probably going to get flamed for the way I'm pronouncing his name. Get him back in or whatever, and make sure, take that there next week for all the middle-aged mums out there. Got a little bit of a rant here at the end then. That's not what we're about here. Right, this was an elite moment in life. Elite. And I cannot imagine the pain to not go on this. And if you have gone on it, if you haven't gone on it, God, you've missed out on a lot. This was character building at the finest. Character building at the finest when you're about 10 years old. This separated the boys from men, women from girls. And of course, I'm talking about the primary school residentials. Like I said, in the start of the show, I watched a TikTok and it made me, I had like one of those moments, in films where like everything freezes and you go into the mind and they remember something. It was a moment like that. And I remember so much from it. They were fantastic. Fantastic. It was a lad's holiday. It essentially was a lad's holiday because obviously the boys and girls are split up in dorms and stuff. It felt like a lad's holiday. We were all there, like 2 hours away from school. No school for 4 days. We're away from our parents. It was absolutely insane. An elite experience. It was fantastic. Like I said, first time sleeping away at 10 years old. It was brilliant. And then add on top of that, the activities that you did. I remember we did stuff like canoeing, giant swing, like this maze crawl, like caving. Well, I mean, it wasn't really a cave. It was like a wooden tube. Caving, just like this blind walk. Oh, piranha pool. Oh, the piranha pool. If anyone knows about the piranha pool, serious memories there. The piranha pool. Oh my days, flashbacks. I don't think I ever got to do it actually. I only knew it was like folklore. It was like, the piranha pool at this place. Because obviously, based in the north, there was like probably like a few places in the north that primary schools went to for their residential. But God, if you missed out. If your school didn't run this, because it was after SATs as well, you had nothing to worry about whatsoever. It was fantastic. And I remember the nights were particularly fun as well, because we'd just be cutting about in our like rooms, and the rooms had like, they were just scattered with bunk beds. I was in a room of 3, and the room with the most people was like rooms of like 10 or 8, and it was just these bunk beds. It was like a YMCA, like you'd probably see in like Thailand or something. And God, it was so fun, because at night, obviously, had curfews, because we were dead young and little back then. So we had curfews, and we had to be in our rooms at certain times. And they had these things called night ninjas and the blue book. This was at the place we went at. And essentially, these night ninjas they'd sit downstairs, and they'd kind of just be on watch. They'd hear for like people like walking around and stuff. They'd hear footsteps. And then you just hear a shout like, "Get back into your room! Get back!" And they'd just start shouting. They'd be shouting up the stairs at the fact kids are just running around the hallways and stuff. And it was it was fun. Pure adrenaline rushes. And it's like I said, it's like a lad's holiday. When I'm thinking back on it, it was like a lad's holiday in year 10. No, year 10. When you were 10 years old. Fantastic. And the little food hall as well. Every night, every morning, at lunch, we'd go downstairs and we'd go into our little hall, into our groups, which had like different nature names. I was in mountain, and we had our like song. We had a little song for some reason. It was "Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from you." You know that song. We sung it like that, but the actual tune isn't like that. But the food hall. We just go in there. I'd get like my Frosties or whatever. I'd scram that. Then I'm ready for the day. I'm ready to tackle whatever's coming towards me. I'm ready to run through walls head first with my helmet. I'm ready to canoe myself to death, crawl through wooden spaces. Dinners at night, you just get plated up like spaghetti bolognese on a paper plate, and you were buzzing. Hot chocolate as well. I remember sitting in this like massive room. Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. Simpler times, man. Simpler times. To be fair, I'm saying this like I mentioned before. I've got A-levels coming up. After A-levels, it's going to be like that again. It's going to be the run up to university for me. What a summer it's going to be. Holidays planned. Lads' holidays. We're going to be 18. We can do all sorts of things. Oh man, this is getting like really like, I'm starting to get on a real downer at the minute. You know, talking about A-levels and stuff, and then the stuff after it. We will be going on through A-levels as well. I can guarantee you that. Hopefully none of my teachers are listening. I'm promising. I'm revising. But look, perfect times that. It just really does make you want to go back. I want to be back in year 6. I want to be sat in that residential again. I want to have a part in the year 6 production as well. That was another part as well. Year 6 productions were fantastic. I think this was a pretty common thing. This is a common thing amongst schools where the year 6s at the end of the year, I mean, it's self-explanatory, you do a production, and it usually be a musical. And I remember we did Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and we had to perform, rehearse. What's the word? Audition. There we go. Audition. We had to audition for our parts, and I was the Pharaoh. If you want to see what that is, go search up Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat Pharaoh on YouTube or something, and that's who I was. Little 10-year-old Sam from the Sam Show. I had a solo as well. You know, it was a pretty big role, and it was fantastic. Loads of fun. That little bit to the end of year 6 where residential, where it was just banging. It was such a laugh. And what I forgot to mention about the residential, the bus journey, because we were 2 hours away from where ours was, because obviously Manchester being quite like, you know, suburban, so you don't really get like bits like residentials nearby. So we had to do a 2-hour journey out up north, further north, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun, the bus journey. It was 2 hours with your mates on the bus. What a laugh. Bit of a personal story, actually. Bit of a personal story. On the way back, our coach broke down. The back started smoking up. I remember turning around and seeing my mates at the back covered in like smoke, and I was like, what is going on back there? Stopped the bus. We were at the fun fact, we were actually near the highest cafe in England. So we went there, got some digestives and drinks, and came back to the bus and stuff, and we had to wait for another coach, and it was about a 5-hour journey back, but it were a laugh. Good kip on there. It was so good. So good. It was like Leeds Fest, basically. You go to Leeds Fest at the end of high school or whatever, and then the residential was the equivalent. You'd go away to the residential in year 6. Man, take me back. Simpler times. I want to be worrying about my lines in the productions and what activity we're doing next and when my hot chocolate's coming. Honestly, I'm gonna play this. Britain, hats off. Hats off. What a culture, eh? From drinking all the booze on a plane in 20 minutes to primary school residentials. No one does it. If you missed out, God, I wish you had a time machine to travel back and go to a primary school where you could have done it. It was amazing. Right, top 5 moments of the week. We all love it, don't we? You just get some crazy stuff on here, don't you? You do. Right, this week, as per, crazy stuff's been happening. A lot of crazy stuff. But, and we're, no, not even a but, we're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about it. I'm getting my words jumbled up a little bit, eh? Hey, I'm messing up. But, here we are. Top 5 moments of the week. First moment. You know, football's a little bit of a touchy subject for me at the moment. I'm a Leeds fan, so make of that what you will. But, there was this Derby player who was out in the town in a full kit, cutting about after their promotion back into the Championship. Give this a listen. I love it when footballers do stuff like this, because he's out, when you see the video, he's out in his full Derby County training kit, out on the session of town. He's rendered. He is absolutely rendered. He doesn't know what planet he's on. He's got his medal round him. He's living the life. He's living the life out in town, full kit. Happy days. It's great when people do that. I mean, I wish I could experience that pretty soon, but it's probably not going to happen, is it? Anyway, there was this postcode that I saw, came up on Twitter, in Newcastle. Let's see if you can get what's funny about this or what's weird about this postcode. Right, here it is. NE1 4BJ. NE1 4BJ. If you find that funny and you know what the hidden intention behind it is, feel free to clip that. You have a video of me, you have a clip of me saying that. But yeah, NE1 4BJ. Need I say more? How is this even a postcode? Does it? I wonder how postcodes gets made, because obviously I know the first part, like anyone Newcastle, and obviously it's like the first postcode. But how do you get the numbers in the end? Is it like random generated or something? Because I tell you what, someone in the council is either like they're creasing at the thought of that. They're probably having a massive laugh at that. You know, they've just gone like, oh yeah, we'll do this for this area. We'll really do everyone over for having this postcode. I think pretty sure it's near St James's Park as well. Bit of football banter, a bit of lad banter. But yeah, you've got to be upset. You've got to be upset if you're living in that postcode. You probably get rinsed by your mates all the time for living in the postcode NE1 4BJ. But yeah, it's a cruel world we live in. And this looked very cruel as well. The third moment of the week, I saw this photo of this fine gentleman's curry house order. Now, what would you order at a curry house? Tikka masala, you know, you might even go for something a little bit spicier than that. You know, you got various options. Now, in some Indian restaurants, they do something called an English menu. And this lad looks like he's just ordered the English menu. He's gone for the very Indian, the very curry house cuisine of chicken nuggets and chips. Oh yeah. Why are you going to an Indian and ordering chicken nuggets and chips? Order a curry. Just get a curry. What is the point? But it's fine. It's fine though, because he's got a massive naan bread on the side. There we go. That saves all, doesn't it? That's fine. He's got a naan bread on the side. That's well Indian. That chicken nuggets and chips with naan bread on the side. Yeah. You get that served up to you in Delhi, don't you? Yeah. I mean, if you're going to a curry house and ordering that, you need to rethink your options. Go to McDonald's. Don't go to your local curry house and get chicken nuggets and chips off the English menu. That stuff is for children. That's stuff for children who don't have the palate yet to taste a curry. So they settle for their chicken nuggets and chips or omelette. That's usually that's the two go-tos for Indian restaurants with the kids, isn't it? Omelette or chicken nuggets and chips on the English menu. I don't even know if they're English as well. They're probably not, which makes it funnier. But yeah, what an awful order. If you're going on a lad's curry night and getting that, I hope you get rinsed, because that is genuinely awful and it hurt my eyes to see. On the topic of food, fourth moment of the week, this person's scran at work. So they were in the morning. This was a nice bit of morning scran. And what would you usually have in the morning? You probably have some cereal. If you're having work, you probably have a cup of coffee just to give you a boost. Even if you're going into education as well, you're probably going to have something along the same lines to try and give it that little boost. But no, not this person. The tweet reads out as follows: not even 12, and a bloke at work has had 5 cans of Cokes, 3 bags of crisps, and a pot noodle. What on earth? How are you having that in the morning? 5 cans of Cokes, 3 crisps, and a pot noodle before 12. What is happening to that man? They must weigh about 20 stone. Or the other option is they've had a massive hangover and they just couldn't be arsed make them like a healthy salad or something. So they've decided to go for the route of having just pure crap. I mean, that can't be nice, can it? That's got to be a struggle to eat. That'd be so unenjoyable. Before 12 o'clock, having all that. That must be hanging. I mean, hey, I don't know. Maybe in 10 years' time, that's what I might be doing. I might understand the reasoning for that. And tell you what, we are relatively staying very food here for the past 3. Luke Littler, teenage dart sensation. He's back again. No way he's 16. I mean, he's 17 now, so yeah, he can't be 16. So Michael Van Gerwen in an interview recently said they gave him a nickname. Now, I would probably take this as an insult. He gets called Kebab Boy. And obviously this is because he made it very popular, the fact that he has a kebab after every win at the darts. He gets called Kebab Boy by one of the greatest darts players ever. Now, would you take that as a compliment that one of the greatest players has given you a nickname? I'd be insulted if I was getting called Kebab Boy personally. I think that's very mean. It's not very nice, Van Gerwen, calling a 17-year-old kid Kebab Boy. I mean, to be fair, he has kind of lived up to the name of scranning, well, from the sounds of it, scranning pure kebabs after every win, which, to be fair, doesn't sound too bad. But if it's going to land you the nickname Kebab Boy, I think I'd take a pass on that. I'd take the pass on that. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. They're the top 5 moments of the week. I have been battling with my mic for this whole episode. I've been twisting and turning it. It keeps falling to one side. We might have to make a new investment on it. It's been doing my head in. But anyway, we're trying to end on a bit of a better note. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for making it this far in the podcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully it's been a banger, as I hope every single one is. But look, hopefully you can have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you've had a good week. Hopefully you're gonna just whatever time you're listening, have a good rest of your day. And if you're listening in the morning at 6 a.m, you are a diehard, and I love you so much. I love all the listeners, but I particularly love you guys who maybe who listen to this in the morning before work or college. Well, there we go. Episode 13. That's a wrap. Episode 14 next week. That's the week before GCSEs. And no, not GCSEs, before my A-levels, and we're probably going to be talking about that. We'll try and cook something up, cook something fun up. But look, get onto our social media pages, _Sam_show4 on Instagram and TikTok, on Twitter, The Sam Show 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Episode 13, done and dusted. It's in the book. Come back for 14 at the same time next week. Thanks for listening.